Hello, class. There's a few things I want to talk about this week before we go off into our storm hiding while we're hunkering down or battening the hatches or whatever they call all the stuff that goes along with these hurricanes. And the main reason I wanted to put together a short video for you is to help you keep up with these readings. So in case, hopefully, we come back on Thursday, that we'll have something ready, and if not, then we'll have something that we can go into for next week. So with Ibsen's Dollhouse, one of the main things that I want you to take away from this is how unique this was historically for plays, for modern drama, and why this was the foundation for a lot of what we understand today as modern drama. If you notice in the play, there aren't a lot of special effects, or any special effects really. There aren't scenes in here that we couldn't imagine, that we couldn't connect to in some way. In short, this is a very realistic play. This is seen as the birth of realism within plays, and that makes it very special when we're looking at the plays and when we're looking at this form of drama. And one of the reasons why, if you think of this in comparison to some of the other plays that we've looked at in this year, we look at Lysistrata, we look at Hamlet, we look at Othello, and looking at those three plays combined, while very unique stories and very interesting stories, they're also stories that are not necessarily ones that we could probably relate to directly, even though we can take pieces from those and see the universality within Shakespeare or within the ancient Greeks. Few of us know military generals. Few of us know few military generals who are in the very unique situation that Othello's in, at least. And a few of us know kings, princes, etc., and all the things that go along with Shakespeare's work. However, what we do see are some of the parts that make these stories human. But within this story, what we see are lots and lots of elements that could be our lives in many, many respects. So we look at Ibsen when he created when he created Dollhouse, and really when he started working together. He's from Norway, grew up in a very small town in Norway, which makes his rise very interesting. And also, it might be one of the reasons why when we explore his work, we can see the possibilities of making this play about realistic situations, and why we see this without all the special effects, possibly because of his background. However, without speculating too much into that, what we see in here are realistic situations that could happen to a lot of people. So some of the things I want you to pay attention to when you're looking at Ibsen this week is, first, the idea of what it means to be a mother, and what are the roles of motherhood and fatherhood within this story, and then how do our own preconceived ideas and notions of fatherhood and motherhood play out as we're reading this. Now, this is one of the groundbreaking aspects of this play. Not so much that he was shattering our ideas of motherhood, but what he was doing in this play was challenging gender roles, which gives us a very strong feminist interpretation of this work. It's seen as one of the most, or the early feminist classics, which is interesting considering that it's written by a man. But it's seen as one of these stories because what it does is that it absolutely challenges our idea of what motherhood could be. If you read through the introduction, you saw pieces in there. They had one part where they said the German production of this play was so controversial that the producers had asked whoever was putting it on to add a scene where Nora comes back in the end, and this, of course, kind of takes away a lot from the play, assuming that you've read the entire play. And in saying that, it makes us, it shows you how controversial this was. I like to think of what it would have been like to ride back home in the coaches back then. You're riding in your horses, or you're walking home, the husband and wife, after seeing the play and seeing something as unique as this, and then wondering what those conversations were like. But anyway, I want you to think about Nora, and I want you to think of her role in this story in the first part, and how she could have acted differently, and how our own ideas of what it means to be a woman, what it means to be a mother, play into our own interpretations of this story. So pay attention to that first. I'll follow up with another video soon, and we will follow up hopefully when we get back to class on Thursday. All right, good luck.